patients who went into surgery and transplants needs help with their lifestyles, no question, no question. And there is a central thought, it says like this: beliefs determines behavior. You behave what you believe. Now another statement. You know, I practice medicine. I'm a family physician and I do preventive medicine. And this concept says you can control and improve any ailment, any disease, if you only drink water and eat plant-based food. And at this time, I'd like to introduce my friends from Peru. Please stand up and let's say greetings. I really, pedirles que vienen de Perú se pongan de pie. I really want to commend them, todos los que vienen de Perú. Vamos a darles un aplauso a ellos. Y bienvenidos. Les quería decir este concepto importante en español, que si nosotros tomamos agua, solamente agua, y comemos alimentos que vienen de las plantas, podemos mejorar cualquier enfermedad o controlar cualquier problema de salud. Michael, as you know, Michael is a man who has a company, and he drives a truck, and also he drives a tow car. He had a kidney stone, and we advised him, do not drink coffee. But he was working night shift during the night. Before he had the schedule of the day. But he started drinking coffee, he started taking his sodas, and one day he developed terrible back pain. The kidney came back. We understand coffee is not good for our patients, especially for those who we transplant. I have a brother who is a neurosurgeon. He was trained in Toronto. And the chief of the department, he told me, he instructed every neurosurgery resident, if you're going to do microsurgery, don't drink coffee. When we are not drinking water, or we don't let our patients drink water or instruct them, they're going to drink liquids with high content of sugar. And in vitro studies have shown that white blood cells, when the sugar goes above 300, the chemotaxis, the ability to move the white blood cell, the phagocytosis, the ability to kill the bacteria and the virus and the animals, becomes paralyzed. And also the study has shown in vitro, as you lower the sugar, the leukocytes become more robust, and their ability to move is improved. Also, we know that in vivo, when we have patients who comes with multiple trauma to the emergency room, and the sugar is high, they become more complicated with infections. We need to remember when we are with those patients who go for transplant, and the one condition is pre-diabetic, and sometimes they're getting food with high calories, the IV is with dextrose, and that will give us more complications. We need to convince our dear patients, because as you see all the effort you're putting in transplant. The doctor said he spent many hours, los doctores pasan muchas horas haciendo un trasplante. I want to apologize because I'm going to say a few words in Spanish because I like my friends to take the message back to Peru. They are doctors, but they want also to have a good lifestyle. Cuando nosotros queremos tener una buena alimentación, tenemos que comer alimentos que provienen de los vegetales. We have to give priority to the plant-based food. I was in the line asking for my vegetarian sandwich, and ahead of me was a beautiful woman, and she also was asking for a sandwich. And you know, the question was, what bread do you want? Wheat or white? And she said, white bread. And do you want a butter? Yes, let's put a butter. What more do you want? Let's put a ham. You know, one meat ham. What more? Let's put bacon, second meat. What more? Pepperoni. Pepperoni. And do you want cheese? Yes, please, cheese. And put the cheese. And at that time, I couldn't hold myself, and I said, you know, that's like a bomb for you. Can kill you. And then the man said, do you want cheese? Yes, please, cheese. Mayonnaise, please, cheese, mayonnaise. Oh, wow. And he said, well, that's not that good. He said, it's not for me. It's for my boss. It's for my boss. I said, but your boss is going to have a heart attack or a stroke. And she said, I don't care. You know, he doesn't treat me that well, and he pays me very little. My brother says, and the building where he practiced medicine, one of the doctors got a heart attack. And when he recovered, was getting to stand, goes back to work, he was asked by his nurse, should I bring you your lunch? And he said, no, please, no, your lunch. I'm going right now to get my own lunch. And please, open your eyes and your ears. When you're going to eat the food, either you're a physician or if you are a patient, you are the one who's supposed to select. Because you don't know what are the culture of the other person, why the preference of the other person. When you are choosing your food, it's essential you don't add three things. One of this is sugar. The second one is too much salt. We need to pass this to the patient. And the white flour. Those three things we need to keep in mind because they are related with abdominal fat. And I see here in Ukraine, most of the women are very good looking, they look so beautiful, but I see some of them men with belly, and they need to lose that belly. And my advice for my friends from Ukraine is cut down and drinks, especially all the ones who have alcohol, the ones who have sugar. And I'm trying to lose also part of that fat. And you know what the expert said? The expert says when you work 1 hour, only will give you flexibility and endurance. But when you work 2 hours a day, then is when you will start losing the fat, which is one risk factor for a heart attack and a stroke. Does the patient who had transplant need exercise? Of course they need exercise. One of my patients told me, Doc, I'm so sorry I didn't listen to you. I used to come to your office with my cane, and you told me do exercise, and I told you, no, I have a knee pain, I have a back pain. Then I came to your office with my walker because that cane was no longer strong for me with my walker. Then I came on a wheelchair. Please visualize how it goes, the process, the process. And, it can happen not only to the people, patients, also can happen if we are not convinced with the exercise. And he says, how I'm coming in a gurney, and those beds using the ambulance in a gurney. Very well represents a patient who is not convinced. Behavior, their beliefs determines behavior. We know the diabetic patient who does exercise needs less insulin, less medicine. And if he has a strong genetic for diabetes, it lowers substantially. And also we find out if you fall and you do exercise of 2 of 5 major falls, you fall from the ladder, you fall in the ditch. From 5, only 1 you will have a broken bone. But if you don't do exercise and you fall, 1 out of 2 you will have a broken bone. If it's your hip, you are in a very bad situation. And we need to believe in exercise and make those transplantations, patients who had with plastic surgery do exercise, because also improve the blood supply to the skin. And healthy tissues is closely related with a good circulation. And good circulation and exercise goes together. It is time now to go to rest. And I remember my friend from Mexico. He worked for a major company and went to Acapulco. It was like this, a meeting, but this was a meeting for a business people, and they were told the team who presents the best project will be awarded with a laptop. Therefore, everybody and all those groups trying to do their best to get their laptop for each one. And he told me, Doc, we saw the people on the beach through the window, but we were like crazy, trying to come out with good ideas, with good products. But, we didn't get the laptop. Another group got the laptop. We didn't even touch the water. When we were finished, the president said, you have just 2 hours to pack and go back to the airport. Wow. We need to have time to rest, to relax. As I tell you, you drink water, you get your salads, you try to eat more grains, your lentils, your garbanzo, your beans. You're doing your exercise, and then you take those times to rest, times you need to improve the function of your brain. And if you do this, you will have a sweet sleep. If you cannot sleep well at night because overpowers you, the concerns you have with the patients and with the work, it means you're not given a good time of rest to your brain. And the only way is when you go out and you sit in the sunset, you put at the sunset, and you just look at the sunset, and you just try to feel that peace. And we have a Creator who gives us peace every day. And when we go to sleep, I like to tell you this: do not open your mail before you go to sleep. I tell my patients, if you have a letter from the tax, we call there in the U.S. IRS, Internal Revenue Service, you need to pay taxes every year. Don't open that one, because they may tell you need to pay $5,000, $10,000. Do not open it now. Don't go in a long conversation of trying to resolve problems. Remember, it's very important when you go to sleep to have a moment of quietness, a peaceful time. And this is the lifestyle of drinking the best, which is the water, eating the best, which is plant-based food, is do exercise which brings joy to our heart and changes the funeral music and a happy melody and relax our brain, and at night we will have a good sleep. I like to tell to my friends from Peru, para tener un buen estilo de vida tenemos que tomar agua, tenemos que comer ensaladas, tenemos que comer frijoles, garbanzos y lentejas, tenemos que hacer ejercicio y a la noche descansar para así poder tener un buen sueño. Well, this is the lifestyle which will help you to be healthy for many, many years and enjoy all your efforts you have done. And I'll encourage to the great surgeons, to the great medical people here to follow a good lifestyle and also share this lifestyle with your patients.
¿Por qué, doctor Chambil, tenemos que dormir temprano? ¿Cuáles son las consecuencias? Y el café, también me gustaría que nos explicara un poquito, por favor.
Почему нам надо ложиться рано спать и какие последствия от кофе и от того, что мы будем мало спать?
Como la pregunta fue en español, voy a tratar. Should I have your forgiveness? Could you understand for me to speak a little Spanish, please? Yes. Como la pregunta fue en español, el café no solamente afecta nuestro sueño. I was at UCLA, estaba en UCLA, and there was a lecture by a top gastroenterologist about food and nutrition and absorption. And he said there was no problem with the coffee. You can drink coffee. In fact, coffee has antioxidants and salt. It's no problem. You're free, you're clean when you drink coffee. So how that can be? As he went with his lecture, we're talking a top gastroenterologist. As he went with his lecture, mientras este gran gastroenterólogo iba con su conferencia at UCLA, he got to the gastroesophageal reflux. Llegó al reflujo gastroesofágico. And then he said, you shouldn't drink coffee if you have these problems. No tomes café si tienes reflujo. And then there is a contradiction. When we go out, I imagine now after this meeting, we're going to have a dinner, right? And the dinner, then after the dinner, we're going to lay down pretty soon. Vamos a tener una cena después de esto, y después nos vamos a acostar. And we need to have a strong sphincter right there to prevent un esfínter, una válvula que pueda no dejar pasar el ácido. And we already know the caffeine is addictive, and therefore it affects the sleep and affects important parts of the function of our body. There's nothing better than to drink water, and when something hot, we have menti, with several teas, which is much healthier. I was sitting with different doctors at the table, and one asked for vodka, other asked for wine, it came to my turn, and I asked for water. And one of them, he says, oh, Chambi asked for water because he's a 7-day Adventist. His religion won't let him drink. And I said, no, I asked for water because it's healthy. I asked for water because I believe it's healthy. But that's my answer to you. As you know, I like my friend to present. I put to my patients these videos, and now as soon as I get to Los Angeles, I am going to edit from Ukraine your beautiful parks, your beautiful buildings, and there's I put in the waiting room. What happened? this is those I give to my patients, to every one of my patients. And those have DVDs and have CDs. And this CD is telling them about how to have a good lifestyle. It's not difficult for me because I have the machine at home and at the office, and I go to a studio and record it. It's not difficult to produce, and to me the cost for every CD or DVD is between 25 cents to 50 cents.
Спасибо. Я просто попробую делать небольшой комментарий. Просто дело в том смысле, что образ жизни это не ничтожно малая величина и значимая величина. Она взаимосочетает.
This is all. The reason why we call it faithful because it's very faithful and coming back every holiday. La razón por la que lo llaman faithful es porque, o fieles, porque cada hora y media regresa y el agua sale. Desde este lugar les mando a ustedes un saludo y les recuerdo que cuando estamos hablando de hábitos, de prácticas buenas como comer ensaladas, tomar agua, salir a hacer ejercicio, irse a dormir temprano, orar, leer su Biblia, tan importante es ser fiel a esas prácticas. Y el que es fiel, hay una promesa, ser fiel hasta que llegue el fin de tu vida y tendrás la corona de vida eterna.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is this. We need to keep in mind. You're asking about the sex life of a person. When you have a good lifestyle, every part of your body works well. Keep that in mind. When you have good lifestyle, every part of your body works well, efficient, and of course, brings us a